We believe we know most of what the space program is all about. In the late 60s we went to the moon, we had several missions like the Voyager missions for example. The Americans have had their space shuttle program, and even agencies like the European Space Agency have had their own programs. In recent years, even some private companies have staked their claims for space travel. We also get live video footage from the International Space Station. It's not that there is any secrets about it. The news reports on it on a regular basis. So it's all good, right? Right? Or maybe not, because when Gary McKinnon hacked military and NASA secret files, he allegedly found evidence of a vastly more extensive space program. I'm your host Raphael, and thanks for watching. This is the series where I tell you a story, its subsequent theories and explanations, and then I let you make up your mind. If you like the weird, the wonderful, the creepy and the mysterious, you might want to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell to receive notifications. Also, if you enjoy this vid, you can like and share. Now let's find out what the story is behind Project Solar Warden. In 2001, a Scotsman called Gary McKinnon hacked into both US military and NASA computer systems and allegedly had unprecedented access to the US Space Command databases. In his digital journey, he, according to himself, uncovered some Excel spreadsheets, one with a list of names and a heading of non-terrestrial officers. Another document was listed at fleet-to-fleet transfers. McKinnon was unable to cross-reference the names with any US Navy ships and believed these were off-world or space marine type officers. He had uncovered an ultra-secret space program called Solar Warden. So they can't be secret sea ships, can they? Well, I guess the non-terrestrial is a clue for why not. At the time, McKinnon faced charges by the US Department of Justice after having committed the biggest military computer hack of all time. The US government fought to have him extradited from the UK to face trial and a prison time for up to 70 years. However, the US government was reluctant, as forcing McKinnon to court would undoubtedly risk him having to testify about the classified files in public, and his attorney would then be able to subpoena government officers to testify under oath about the Navy's space fleet. A judicial battle ensued with the British government trying to block extradition, which according to my sources is still not resolved. So the USA superpower is not almighty? Solar Warden is supposedly responsible for monitoring all incoming and outgoing traffic in the solar system, patrols and defends our solar system, and will travel to other star systems for offensive missions. Around the late 90s, Solar Warden changed its name to Radiant Guardian. Extraterrestrial craft need to follow specific protocols to enter our solar system. The Solar Warden fleet is made up of battle groups, carrier fighters, triangular shuttles, research vessels, troop transport ships, hospital ships and supply ships. Although Solar Warden is mostly kept to just inside our solar system, they can be ordered to travel to other star systems on rare occasions. For propulsion, the cigar-shaped vehicles use a temporal drive based on principles of quantum entanglement between certain isotopes and are propelled by left-right torsion drives. Yeah, and you thought the Roswell incident was a crazy story. The officers are drawn from Naval Space Command, while the brass are career military, mostly American as well as some Canadian, British and Australian personnel are recruited. They also have mostly German and some Chinese eggheads. Hey, what happened to us Belgians? Aren't we good enough? Design work on the spacecraft carriers by the US Navy began in the 1950s. Construction was done in the late 70s inside massive underground shipyards beneath the Wasatch Mountains of Utah and in Antarctica. They reverse engineered alien technology from crashed UFOs like the one in Roswell to achieve this. In 1980, President Reagan was briefed on the program and he pushed forward the agenda even further than anticipated. The first battle group became operational in 1984 and the fleet received major upgrades during the Reagan administration. So we now have more than 30-year-old space junk flying around trying to defend us? Many of these projects are funded from the black budget, with huge sums of money and precious metals centralized during the 20th century by global banking cartels as part of the diversion of global collateral accounts. And according to the Washington Post, last year's black budget for the United States alone was $52.6 billion. They might have better given me some shut up money so I wouldn't have made this vid. Some would band this to the realm of science fiction or consider it a great basis for a blockbuster movie. However, others believe this is true and happening right now. They point toward whistleblowers like scientists, government officials, and even military personnel who say to us this is a lot more than just a movie script. But what is the real truth? You decide! There's a lot more to say about this topic than I did in this small vid, so if I forgot something or you have something to add, don't hesitate to do so. If you wish to do your own research, the links in the description might be a good start. Your thoughts and opinions are much appreciated, so drop a line in the box below. Just be respectful in the comments, as there are real people with real feelings on the other side, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!